Mm. Okay, that was quite intriguing. It's the first time, I must say, that we'll have a book chat, and it's a trailer that introduces that book chat. Feel like it's a blockbuster movie coming up in the cinema. But hey, come on, it's Akin Akingbogun in the house. You are welcome.
Thank you,
Author, it's a thriller novella, Waste of Sin, and Blood in the Water. Two in one.
Yes, it's two in one.
You know, this is, and both of them come from the other sides and all of that. Are the stories related, first of all?
No, they're completely,
They're completely different.
stories.
So why did you decide to put two books in one particular, in one package?
Because the book itself, the story, is a novella, which is basically short reads. Stuff you can read while you're on flight from Nigeria to the UK or anywhere else. So you can sit down and read it in 4 or 5 hours. So having two of them in one allows you to have the pleasure of two for the price of one.
For the price of one, okay, I like that. Okay, let's start with Waste of Sin. You have, you just showed us that now.
Right.
It's a thriller, right?
Absolutely.
What are you trying to do with this? They're all fictional. Were they inspired by real-life events or entirely based on your imagination?
Okay, so I think it's a blend of both. Most authors have to borrow from the experiences, wherever it is they've been through, interactions with people and the rest of that. So it's basically a fiction story, but borrowed from a lot of characters people have met around, fused into one, and those characters are based on, my experiences with them.
I have here 2 men, 1 woman and half, and the secret. Julia and Stephanie live in 2 different worlds, but stem from a single past and are controlled by a medical condition. Each woman springing up when the spells occur. Julia is fine with her bland relationship with Danny. Stephanie is enlivened with her erotic affair with Alex. Okay, so just give us an overview. What is it with Stephanie and Julia?
All right, so the interesting about Waste of Sin is that it highlights a particular mental condition, which is called DID.
Okay.
Dissociative identity disorder. Now, it used to be called multiple personality disorders. Maybe when we were growing up years ago, we used to say multiple personality disorder a lot. And Julia and Stephanie is the same person. All right, so she switches an alter and a core personality. So, but it's triggered by a trauma that she may have had while she was much younger. In fact, the story talks about a trauma that she had that has caused her to have an alter. It's a way of coping with that trauma that she had in her past life. So the book tries to draw some sort of connection with DID and create awareness for it. So
I like that, creating awareness. How much is it, how important is it that we don't stigmatize people who maybe go through such an issue?
Yeah, mental health basically here in Nigeria is still, not well, it's not so popular somewhat as it is elsewhere, like in the Western world and first world countries. I know that there are a few private companies that are coming up and trying to provide access to it. There's a lot of stigma with mental health.
There is. There is.
Things as easy as depression, people switching, alters and personalities. Those things go unnoticed, and people can carry the entire lifetime, and they never just get any sort of treatment for it. So we need to create some sort of awareness so that people are conscious of the kind of illnesses or mental disorders that they are having. Narcissism, for instance, is something popular, but people don't realize it.
Yeah, well, social media has aided that.
Oh, well,
social media has aided narcissism a lot.
So it's coming out, people are speaking from their own perspective. There are no clinical conversations around how you can spot those things.
Exactly,
or
clinical conversations, because we are from, our culture would rather ascribe it to spiritual.
Yes.
To a spiritual cause and all that.
It's the easiest way to put it. They say the things you don't understand, you make it look like it's mysterious.
Okay, but I don't want to give us spoilers though. Hopefully we have some sort of resolution, and Julia and Stephanie, really, it all ends well, even though that's not always how it does in life and in books, right? Now, Blood in the Water. Now, this one seems more like horror than just a normal thriller.
Yes, it has. It's not really horror, but it's a thriller as well. It tells a story of just 24 to 30 hours, something that happened within 30 hours. Okay. So I borrowed from experiences from a few people and then created a bit of story in it. It's a fast-paced book, and every page, every chapter turn would amaze whoever is reading it, because you can't tell what's going to happen next.
Well, I was talking to someone. I said, yes, there's a prevalence of books now. We have books on self-help. We have a lot of, but we don't see so much of fiction and stories like this. Right. I think they were more prevalent in the days and all of that. How? Let's talk about your origins as a writer, as an author. Right. What influenced you to write stories like this?
Okay, well, I think I wrote my first unpublished work when I was 10. I run a blog, AkinAkingbogun.com, and on that blog, I wrote about my first journey into writing. And when I did write, my dad took an interest in it, and then he had that play. It was a play I wrote, typed out, and he had it bound, and then he gave it to me, and I liked it. I liked the fact.
Your dad did that?
Yeah, he did that. That was when I was just 10. You know, and I stopped writing after I was done in secondary
school. He didn't tell you to go and be a doctor or a lawyer or a lawyer?
Well, he knew. By the way, my first degree is in civil engineering. So, yes, I have a proper grounding. Yeah?
Wonderful.
But I abandoned the writing thing during that period because I thought I would face my career and move up that ladder. But somehow, somewhere, after 22 years, and I had a call from a friend who said he had thought I would have written a lot of things by now.
Wow.
You know, so I said, okay, you know what? I'll start writing again. So I started in 2019. And then when I started my blog, and then I started writing on a daily,
what does it do
weekly basis.
What does this do to you?
Liberating.
Is it liberating.
Absolutely
I like that word. Liberating. How so?
Well, so, you know, you swim into a world of your own that you created. You're speaking on issues, opinions. You're putting your thought out there, which is based on experience, things you've seen, read, knowledge that you have, and you're sharing it because it looks like the generation we have after us do not really interact, you know, physically. They prefer to go online, read, check on Google how to do this, how to do that. So if you put those things there, they can at least get the experience others have had and then quickly learn up and understand what's going on.
Right now, you spoke about being online. Now, can people access this online, a PDF copy? Because like you mentioned,
I mean, on quite a number of online sites, Amazon, you can find it on Amazon, you can find it on
and they can access this.
Yes,
all right. Wonderful, wonderful. Is this your first published work?
Interesting, this is my second published work. I published one last year. It's called The Prisoner of Fate. And you know, it did pretty well. It's in most of the walk-in bookstores you can find in Lagos.
All right.
You can order it as well online.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I would recommend this as a good read, something for you to just relax and chill, like I said.
Absolutely.
This kind of things, and considering that it addresses issues, salient issues in the society now, this is something that would make a good read for anyone.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Akin. Well done.
Thank you, Mike,
more grease to your elbows.
Thank you so much.
So, but you combine this while you still professionally do work as an engineer?
Yes, I do professionally work. I'm extremely busy, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but on the weekends, I make time out in the mornings, Saturdays and Sundays, and I set up my laptop and then I write.
Wonderful, Akin. He is wishing you the best.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Someday maybe be our JK Rowling or something like that.
I'll be glad to be.
Wonderful. Thank you, Akin.
Nice
all right, that was it. That was it. 2-in-1. You can go get it out. But then let's head over to Titi. Let me do this like Titi now. This was, they said, a waste of sin, but I'm definitely sure that Titi is not wasting any ingredient in the kitchen. Titi, how you doing?